It is Friday. Whoop, whoop. All right. So today we are talking about adding and subtracting mixed numbers. Yesterday we added and subtracted regular fractions. Today we're dealing with mixed numbers. Same thing applies. Step 1, LCD. Step 2, rewrite. Step 3, add or subtract. Nothing's changed. We just stuck a whole number out there beside it. So let's go ahead and get started. We're going to add 2 together and we're going to subtract 2 together. Let's go. Okay, 3 and 3/8 plus 1 and 2/4 equals. Do I have common denominators? No, I don't. Find the LCD. Find the LCD by doing what? Writing its multiples. So I have 8, I have 4. Skip count. 8, 16, 24, 32. Skip count for 4. 4, 8, 12, 16. I have 2 that are in common, but I want to find the least common denominator. So the one they have in common that is least is 8. 3 and 3/8 already has a fraction with the denominator 8. So I'm going to leave this one alone, just bringing it downtown. Okay, now I know I need to add 1 and something eighths. How many times did I multiply 4 to get 8? 2 times. And whatever I do to the bottom, I got to do to the top. So now I have it. I have rewritten my fraction. I have common denominators. I just need to add across now. 3 plus 1 is 4. 3 plus 4 is 7. Denominator stays the same. Bam. 4 and 7/8. Everybody remembering this? Hope so. Okay. Nice one. Let's do a subtraction one. Let's mix it up. Let's do 10 and 2/3 minus 3 and 1/6. First thing, do I have LCD? No, 3 and 6 are not the same number. So I need to write my multiples for 3 and 6. I have 3, 6, 9, 12, 6, 12, 18. I have 2 in common, 6 and 12, but I want the least common. So the least common is 6. So let's rewrite. I know I got the whole number 10 and my new denominator is 6. How many times did I multiply 3 to get to 6? 2 times. And 2 times 2 is 4. So 10 and 4/6 minus 3. I already have 6 as my denominator over here, so I'm just leaving it alone. So now I have common denominators and I'm ready to subtract. 10 minus 3 is 7. 4 minus 1 is 3. 6's stay the same. 7 and 3, 6. Wonderful. Now, let's look at today's Google Docs, and we'll work on 2 of those together. So, if you can't remember how to get to that Google Slides, which I would hope everybody would know how to do this, you need to go to your email, click the 3 little dots or 9 little dots, and click Slide. It's going to be the very first thing there, or it should be, because it's what you've been doing most recent. Add and subtraction. I have what I worked on Monday or Tuesday, what I worked on Wednesday, what I worked on Thursday, and now today you are in charge of 11 through 14. See this right here, 11 through 14. Okay. 2 to 11, bam. Okay, so this is kind of set up weird too, just like yesterday. So let's take a look. I have 2 and 4/5 plus 3 and 2/6. Here are my fractions. My fraction is 4/5, and my fraction is 2/6. So all I'm doing is the same thing we did yesterday. Remember how you plugged in what you multiplied to find your new fraction? That's all you're doing again today. So my common denominator between 2 and 4/5 and 3 and 2/6. So let's look here. 2 and 4/5 plus 3 and 2/6. Is 5 and 6 common denominators? No, they are not. So what I need to do is find my least common multiple, or my least common denominator. And I do that by listing its multiples. And it is 30. So that means I got 2 and something 30ths plus 3 and something 30ths equals something. So let's go ahead and start plugging these numbers in. I know I have my denominator, which is 5 and 6, are going to become 30. And I need to figure out how many times I multiplied 5 to get to 30. I multiplied it 6 times. And how many times did you multiply 6 to get to 30? 5 times. And so now I need to do whatever I did to the bottom to the top. How many times, if I multiplied 5 by 6, that means I need to multiply the 4 by 6. And what's 4 times 6 equal? 24. And if I multiplied the 6 by 5, I have to multiply that 2 by 5 because whatever I do to the bottom, I have to do to the top. And what's 2 times 5? 10. Okay. So let's look. I had 5 times 6 got me to 30. 6 times 5 got me to 30. So I've rewritten my fraction, and I have 2 and 24/30ths plus 3 and 10/30ths equals my answer. So let's look. I have 24/30ths plus 10/30ths equals 24 plus 30 24 plus 10 equals 34/30ths. Whoa, 34/30ths is an improper fraction. That's weird. So if I have an improper fraction, what do I need to do? I'm going to stop sharing for a second so you guys can see my screen. So got my fraction written, 24 plus 10 equals 34. And my denominator stayed the same. And then 2 plus 3 equals 5. But 5 and 34/30ths ain't going to work because 34s are greater than 30. So what do I do? I need to divide. And remember, that was Monday's lesson. Let's see. Here we are. Remember, nope, not Monday. Tuesday's lesson. We talked about the big C, but then we talked about how to turn an improper fraction into a mixed number by just regular division. So that's what we're going to need to do. So 34 in the house, 30 outside the house. 34 can only be divided by 30 one time with 4 left over. So I need to add 1 more to my whole number. So what's 5 plus 1? 6. And here's my new fraction, 4/30ths. So your answer is 6 and 4/30ths. So let's go back to our Google Docs and plug that in. Let's see. Okay. So I know that I needed to add 1 more and 4/30ths. 2 and 2/3. 2 and 3. So 2 plus 3 plus that 1 more gave me my 6. And then my fraction is 4/30ths. Guys, if you get confused with this bottom part down here, if this confuses you, just put your answer in this box right here. You can do this part from yesterday, but if these little lines down here confuse you, which they might, and it's okay, just make sure you at least have your answer in that bottom box, okay? If you have your answer right here, I'm going to be satisfied, okay? All right, you have 3, 6, 9, 11 questions to answer today. If you have not already completed your everyday math, it is due today, so make sure you get it done. It's only 7 questions. All right, guys, if you need any help, like always, just shoot me a dojo message or an email, and I will respond as fast as I can. Talk to you later.